Mount Baker. So boats have moved past the breakage point. They are at about 250 meters in. We'll come back with the race call in just a minute as we get that good overhead shot. Not a whole lot of separation between boats. I'm going to give a very early lead going to lane 5, Row America Rye, but right next to them, Oakland Strokes. So top 2 boats pushing out just by a couple of feet maybe over the rest of the field. Oakland Strokes and Row America Rye. Those are your top 2 boats right now, but again, just by a couple of feet.
Yeah, a lot of firepower in this. Greenwich in lane 1 is the Northeast champ. Oakland Strokes the Southwest champ and the defending national champion. Lane 3, the Midwest champ, is St. Louis. They also finished 3rd in this event last year, the bronze medalist from last year. Lane 4 is your Scholastic national champions in Mount St. Joseph. And then you got Row America Rye and Mount Baker. Mount Baker finished 2nd in the Northwest. So you've got a ton of firepower in this race. And it does look like Oakland Strokes is out in front. But going with them, as you said early, is it looks like both Greenwich and Row America Rye are kind of right in there. But so is the boat from St. Louis. So this is really a great race early in our first 8s race of the day. It's all 8s from here on out for the semifinals this morning. And look at this deadlock up front between Greenwich and Oakland Strokes.
Yeah, so just past 500 meters in, everyone's got a hot start in these races, so you know we really kind of have to wait just a little bit to see how it shakes out. And Oakland Strokes, as the defending champ, they have something to prove, they have something to defend, but right now they're getting a big challenge coming out of lane 1 in Greenwich. It's almost dead level between those crews as we come up to the first 750 meters. Just behind them, it's going to be tight between St. Louis and Row America Rye for that 3rd place or 4th place position. Again, too close for me to call as to who is in that 3rd or 4th place spot. But now, just as I have been narrating that, it does look as if Greenwich might have overtaken Oakland Strokes for that top spot.
That's right. Greenwich won the time trial, so if that time trial without side-by-side racing is anything, then they're going to look to win this semifinal is Greenwich. And we're going to hear Greenwich a lot because I think their women's Ltwt also won the time trial. And so we're going to hear them that name a bunch as we move forward here in these 8s. But it's Greenwich out in front now, maybe a deck over Oakland Strokes. Oakland Strokes with about a half a length on continued to sit in 3rd place is that boat in lane 5 from Row America Rye, ahead of the 4th place boat, which is St. Louis, your defending bronze medalist and your Midwest champion from this year. So those are your top 4, and that race is really close for 3rd and 4th place. In 5th place, about a length off the pace, is the Scholastic national champion Mount St. Joseph in that purple boat with the purple on the one side of the blade and the gold on the other. And then in 6th place is Mount Baker in lane 6.
That's right. So a good amount of contact between boats. No one with any open water right now. And here we are in the 3rd 500. This is what separates a lot of these crews from each other. This is where the training comes in. This is what these guys train for all year, is to be strong right here. So you can win the start, that's great, but it's what happens right now that really is going to make the difference. So Greenwich, patient, calculated. They have just inched themselves a little bit farther away from Oakland. These top 2 boats as well, pushing themselves so hard that they have moved even more away from both St. Louis and Row America Rye. So we'll come back, take a look at the positioning between St. Louis and Row America Rye. Right now I'm going to give that slight advantage to St. Louis for the 3rd place position.
Yeah, and I think it's St. Louis coming back a little bit on Row America Rye. I think Row America Rye had probably a slight advantage on St. Louis for much of the race until about now, and now it's about St. Louis by a deck over Row America Rye. So the top 3 are in lanes 1 through 3, and they're in that order right now. It's Greenwich continuing to lead Oakland Strokes and St. Louis as they come and approach about 650 meters to go in this first semifinal of the women's lightweight youth 8 here at the 2018 U.S. Rowing Youth National Championships. As you see a good picture there of lane 6 Mount Baker, but up front you see open water for Greenwich in lane 1.
That's right, but one of the crews that I'm really going to keep my eye on though is that Mount St. Joe, or not Mount St. Joe's, I'm sorry, the Row America Rye boat, because they could still be in contention for one of those top 3 positions. They are definitely still in contact with St. Louis. So St. Louis with a slight advantage, maybe just by 1 seat now with 500 meters to go. Greenwich way out in front, open water for them over Oakland Strokes. Oakland still within contact both to St. Louis and Row America Rye.
St. Louis, Row America Rye separated by about 5 feet, and they really have been almost for the last 1,000 meters of this race. 400 meters left Is it going to be Row America Rye, or is it going to be the boat from St. Louis that's going to move forward? It's St. Louis right now starting to pull away from Row America Rye and putting themselves pretty solidly in the third place position as St. Louis right now, about a half a length ahead of Row America Rye. But you look out front, it's more than a length of open water right now for Greenwich, really just rowing away and not taking their foot off the gas at all. Is Greenwich continuing to move away from this field? And in second place, it continues to be Oakland Strokes. But, you know, as soon as we say something about St. Louis, here comes Row America.
That's right. So anything can happen in these final 250 meters. It's who's going to be most effective with these high strokes. And right now, Row America really turning it on, getting the blades in the water quickly and taking advantage of what they've got left in the tank to see if they can maybe move ahead of St. Louis and get into that grand final. So we're going to keep an eye on them, lane 5, as they come to the line. But it is a dominant performance here by Greenwich, coming in with their bow first across the finish line to take a spot in that grand final. Oakland Strokes behind them, but being pushed by both St. Louis and Row America Rye.
Row America Rye, 42 strokes a minute. St. Louis, 40 strokes a minute. What's it going to be? It's going to come right down to the line. They're both rowing in King 8s, and it's going to come down to the tape here. But it's going to be Oakland Strokes finishing second behind Greenwich. And then it's going to be Row America Rye holding off St. Louis. So Row America Rye unofficially going to move forward to the A final ahead of St. Louis. St. Louis is going to be a B finals for them this year. And then your Scholastic National Champion, that beautiful purple boat, is Mount St. Joseph, crossing the finish line ahead of Mount Baker.